So this will just be a quick and dirty guide on some easy vine clip setups. I was messing around to find some where you don't actually have to do the traditional time the bomb and then move at a specific timing. I just wanted ones where you just place the bomb and get on the vines and wait. Because for Rando, the vine climbing, excuse me, the vine climbing animation is twice as fast, and it can lead to some different behavior compared to vanilla. Right now I have TPGZ open, so you have the normal climbing speed, which as you can see is pretty slow. But anyway, I just have 3 different ones I want to show. So the first one is sometimes in certain situations, let's say you enter this room from the 2nd floor, and I don't know, maybe you accidentally get down here and then you realize, oh, actually I want to be back up on the 2nd floor for some reason. So what you can do in that case is vine clip through the wall here and then void in order to get back up to the 2nd floor. So the way you do this one is actually incredibly easy. You basically just walk against the wall here and it'll get you in this position, and then you just drop, place the bomb, and then get back on the wall like this. And that just sends you straight through. And yeah, that's all there is to it if you want to void. Now if you want to not void, like let's say you want to actually land in the water, then it's basically the same thing, except you climb to the side a single time, and then now that sends you at an angle such that you actually land in the water here. So you can do this if you want to void as well, you just have to swim off the edge of the water there. But if you do land in the water, then that gives you the ability to swim over here, and you just kind of have to get up near the edge of the water. Maybe that's good enough. Yeah, when you're swimming, you can't actually claw shot out of first person. But yeah, so you can, that's a way to get here, which I guess can come in handy sometime. And then that allows you to get to this chest. And then I have another one to show. This is in the main room, and we are near the northwest for GameCube vines here. And this one is this is basically a different version of the big key skip based on the older method, which doesn't really get used anymore. But the thing I like about this is that it's easy and there's no timing involved. So it's just another method, something I could go for or see myself going for. But anyway, let me just show what it looks like. So you want to grab the vines, and then we'll hold L, and this will lock our angle. Now we can side hop once. If you look at the Z position, see how it's 6, 3, 3, 5. Occasionally, you'll get 6, 3, 4, 0. If you side hop a second time from there, it should always give 6, 3, 3, 5. The position you need for this is incredibly precise. And originally I was thinking you needed to have 6, 3, 3, 5 specifically, so I was side hopping twice, but it seems like 6, 3, 4, 0 is close enough to where it also works. But let me just show it from this position. So all you do here is quick turn, and then we're going to do 3 backflips without any extra motion. And the way you do that is by holding down on the control stick. See how it says jump? My hand's a bit shaky right now. But that way, you can get consistent backflips where you don't have any extra movement. So that way the movement is identical every time. And you do actually need that because the positions There are several positions on all of the vines where this works, but it's like incredibly precise. So you need these float values to line up basically exactly as I show. So if I did this correctly, then when I get on the vines, I should have an X position that ends in 5336, I think. But from here, it's pretty easy. All you do is you can stop that, and then I'm going to pull a bomb and place it, and then while I'm placing it, I'll just start holding down to grab on the vines. So you can see that position I have is it's going to be the exact same thing every time. And it's very important that it is the exact same thing every time. Now when you come out here, let me just make another save state. Okay. You are actually incredibly close to the edge of the water. More than it seems, because it seems like there's more space in front of you. But if you just kind of haphazardly try to turn like that, like I'm just going to try to turn, then you will fall out. So your option is to either turn in place like that, or if you hold L, you can swim like this, and then you can kind of swim backwards to get not quite so close to the edge. But all we're going to do from here is drop and then aim directly at the center up ahead here, and you want to be a bit careful here. Okay, but eventually you'll drop and land here. Now all we want to do is walk this way, and I think exactly how this works is dependent on the orientation of the stairs in this room, perhaps. But with how they are now, which I think is the default position, from here you can just equip iron boots and drop that way. Just to show how precise this thing I was talking about earlier is. Let's say we quick turn, and then I'm just going to do 3 backflips without being super clean about it. Oops. Well, I actually messed up placing the bomb. And now I... Alright, let's try this again. But anyway, the point is I'm going to do 3 backflips that aren't the perfect ones. And this probably won't work. Oh, it did work. I think, and as you can see, I sloppily tried to turn from there and fell off. But I think it's hit or miss. If this works. Position 5-4. Yeah, so you can see it didn't work that time. So you're kind of, if you just do some fancy, or not, excuse me, not fancy backflips, then you are kind of flipping a coin on if it's going to work. But if you do the perfect ones, then it will, it should just work. Okay. And you want to be careful to not, I guess let me make another save state here. You want to be careful to not swim too far forward here, because you might think, oh, I can just walk in. I'll just walk in here. But actually, the loading zone isn't here. It's this one. So if we look at in scene, trigger, and load zones, the pink stuff, that's the actual load zones. It appears to be a rectangular prism and a cylinder for whatever reason. But yeah, when we walk forward here, I think the thing that shoots us up is related to the stairs, because there are situations like when water's flowing over the stairs and you're walking around the edge of this room where it'll kind of teleport you up. It's weird. So I think maybe that's the thing that shoots us up here. But anyway, as you can see, it's kind of beneath us, I assume, which is why we're hitting this square-ish part. And so we just put on iron boots and then pass through it, I guess. And if you're doing this without Zora armor, then you do want to enter this room with iron boots on. Because that's, if you don't enter it with iron boots on, I believe you won't have enough air to make it to the bottom here. I'm not actually going to do this boss fight, but yeah, the Morpheal part of this video, or the big key skip, is more of a just, I accidentally ran into something where I kind of grabbed the vines near here. And when you're on the edge, it's kind of like, if you just shift left and right, there are just a bunch of different very precise values where you clip through without having to do any sort of timing. The bomb basically just pushes you straight through the wall. Now this isn't something I necessarily expect anyone other than myself to use, because most of the time you'll probably want to use the newer version of the big key skip, which you can look that one up. It's the one where you kind of do 3 backflips and then land in the room as opposed to approaching from underwater. But it is nice. And let me see if I can try to show one with yeah, 6340 Z position. Okay, I just want to double check I did that correctly. Okay, so this should still work. So I just need to do 3 of these perfect backflips. Oops, sorry. Hand's a bit shaky. And if you're holding, well, let me go ahead and place this. So you can see I'm in that same 5366 2677 position. Yeah, and it is possible to do those backflips back to back without pausing in between each one, or between each one. It doesn't matter. There we go. And then you kind of just walk over approximately this way. There we go. Like it is possible. Let's just do this. Okay, so we're actually at 6340. But yeah, if I hold my thumb, where, oops, accidentally moved. Yeah, you don't want to move. But if you hold it in the position where this jump is showing. Okay, I think I messed it up there because you can see we don't have that 5336, is that it? Or 5366. It is possible to not pause between each of these backflips, but you have to have a steady thumb, which I don't right now. There we go. And if we... So as you can see now, we still have that same 5366 X position. Yeah, well, I won't do the skip again. But anyway, so it is possible to do it that way as well. But anyway, I think that's enough. I just want to recap these ones quickly. So if you want to void immediately, then you just go up against the wall. If you want to land in the water, you go up against the wall and to the right one time. And then the, oops, and then the big key skip version I just showed a bunch of times, so probably don't need to recap that one. But yeah, this room, these ones are what, oops, yeah, you can swim off the edge there. But yeah, the ones in this room are probably like this one right here, I'd say might be the most useful. Because if you do want to void, then you can just do that. But okay. I think that's enough, probably. Should be able to go back and review this video to learn any of these that you want to. These do work with water bombs and normal bombs, and they should work in Vanilla or Rando as well. So, but yeah, that'll be it for this video. Probably just going to not re-record anything because just want to get this one out quickly to so I can just continue to work on other stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching, and that'll be the end of the video.